Hello, my name is Jed Flores. Welcome to this video. I'm just going to do a quick 30-minute drive from Union City to Best Buy in Milpitas. It's going to be full self-driving. I am on version 12.3.4. And I'll have some commentary in between. For the most part, I'm gonna let the car do its thing. I will engage it now. I do have the settings for there's chill, average, and then assertive. I just have it on average, and I'll let the car do its thing and what it wants to do, just to make sure we get to Best Buy. It can go. I'm not sure why it's fully hesitating so much. It took a really long time, and it was a pretty quick move from this outside lane to the actual driving lane. Before, when I used to do this, it would kind of hang in there and then eventually make it over, but so this one was a little bit smoother. I kind of wish it just on the first turn it wouldn't go into that lane or the bike lane. It would just move straight to the far right driving lane. So far, so good. We're going with the flow of traffic. Pretty decent merge there. Pick the correct lane. It was hanging in the middle just for a little bit, but nothing too dangerous. And no one got mad. So, sometimes it'll do that, which is kind of annoying. It'll swerve in and out of deciding when it wants to move lanes. It'll just kind of hang in the middle, and not only hang in the middle, but it'll like dip, and you feel it too. So it feels a little indecisive and sometimes jarring as a passenger. I think I just kind of wish it was a little bit more confident in deciding which lane it wants to be in. So on this drive, there's going to be a decent amount of side streets, so 3.2 miles of side street before heading onto the freeway. And so I guess you'll see what it's like to merge on the freeway, and as well as exit. I'm not sure if I'll hit a lot of traffic. Normally I drive with assertive toggled on, which has a minimum following distance and is a little bit more aggressive with lane changing. I mean, when we first started having full self-driving supervised out to the public, that's kind of my go-to option for it to be a little bit more assertive. But then I put it on average, which I'm on right now, and I think if I'm not in any rush, I would prefer this, just because it's a little bit more smoother for the most part, I would say. And it tries not to make too many rash decisions as far as deciding like, oh, I'm moving to the faster lane. And sometimes it'll even tell you like switching to faster lane when you don't want to. On average, it has been pretty good so far, but not always constantly switching lanes, trying to weave in and out. Maybe that's just my experience. this road just kind of goes straight for 2 more miles, so there's nothing too crazy. I'm going to move that to full view so you can get a better view of what Tesla sees and tries to piece together as far as the environment, which I still think is pretty crazy to see just what it sees. Pretty detailed. So I hear sirens. I wonder where that's coming from. Oh, back there. Okay. So we weren't in the thick of it, at least. I've had a situation before where it was a small 2-lane road, and oncoming there was a fire truck, and so the car in front of me pulled over so that, you know, as a traffic law, you want to pull over on both sides so that the fire truck has clear view, clear pass through. The car, I was on full self-driving at that time, and what it likes to do is avoid stalled cars, and so it was moving forward and the car stopped in front of me, pulled over to the side, and the car decided to, let's just overtake them, but this was as the fire truck was coming on, so I'd say that was a dangerous move. I had to disengage and like scoot over right away. That's just how the car reacted, and I feel like that's something that could be worked on, but again, it's kind of hard to judge those moments, and they don't happen very often. It's gonna get us into the correct lane. Pretty decently ahead of the actual exit itself, which I prefer. I think, I don't know if it's settings basis, but when I had assertive on, more often than not, it would try to merge really close to the exit that I have to, or to the exit that I have to be in. So, which is kind of annoying because sometimes there's only been 1 or 2 cases where I've actually missed an exit, but for the most part, it's like really close calls, and sometimes I cut people off, or full self-driving cuts people off with assertive. So right now, on average, assuming that it's an average thing, or based on the average setting, me merging to this lane well ahead of my actual exit, which is over on this overpass, feels more comfortable in terms of being prepared to take that exit. If I were driving, I'd want to be in this lane too by now, not later. Stick to the right. Very good. So far, I mean, we haven't been driving for very long, but so far it feels overall pretty smooth. A little on the slow side. Maybe I wouldn't say I'm a speed demon, but I mean, the traffic flow around me, it's pretty slow anyway, so we're just going with the flow of traffic. But seems pretty good so far. So we got the light. It's green. Okay, very good. I didn't accelerate or do anything. And we're gonna merge. Throws the signal on, which I like. So far, so good. And so I also have that setting where it tries to automatically read flow of traffic. And so just because we merge on the highway, it bumped the max speed limit to 72 miles per hour automatically, and I didn't have to set it or do anything. Okay. Clear. Very good, very smooth. Confident, didn't try to wane in and out before merging. We're gonna move over one more time. Very good. Slight turning for us. Yeah, I don't mind being in this lane. Traffic is pretty slow. We're not trying to zoom all the way down to this next location. And overall flow of traffic is pretty slow. Right now I'm at 49, almost 50 miles per hour. So, and this is like the second fastest lane aside from carpool. So we'll see if we're hitting any. Doesn't show that we're hitting any traffic. At least traffic's pretty smooth from there. I think the car's slowing down because it's reading this guy has his turn signals on. So it's like, right now I'm jolting because it's debating if we want to let this guy in or not, because we don't know if he's going to merge. But at this point, yeah, he has a signal on, but wasn't getting any closer to the lane, so we just kind of moved past him. And it was nice that the car kind of reads, at least I found it to read other cars' turn signals to either let them in or not. Okay, I'm looking at my rearview mirror, and the guy did not have his turn signals on. That was hazards, so he has both of them on. It's not connected to the Prius that was behind him, so we couldn't really tell. So it's saying change lanes into faster lane. That's okay with me. There's still 3 more miles to go before our exit. In case you made it this far into the video, if I haven't explained it already, I am driving a 2022, late 2022, so September 2022 Model 3. I have the AMD chip, in case you know the difference. Hardware version 3, I have the ultrasonic sensors. So just about 1 mile to go before I exit. 1.2. So I hope it starts merging into the correct lane, because it's going to be on our right hand side. Again, I have full control. I could just turn this signal if I wanted to tell it when to go. Which I will do every so often, but it's nice to let the car think on its own. I mean, the idea is for you to think less. And so it's highlighting this car in blue just to acknowledge that this is a car that we will pass in front of or behind. In this case, behind. We do have 1 more lane we want to move over to. Yeah, we should be clear. There you go. And it's good that it does this at this point instead of trying to overpass that garbage truck or whatever truck that's in front, even though it's a little bit slow. This is just a safer option, as you should in general. Okay, it's slowing down a little bit too much than I'd like here. I'm going to press the accelerator because it's at 40 miles per hour. We haven't even taken the exit yet. And And people behind me, I don't know. I don't want them to be annoyed. Okay, I let go of the accelerator, so I'm gonna let it do its thing now. But it was slowing down a little bit too much for my liking. Pretty smooth, green arrow. Well done turn. Yeah, this feels pretty natural. Nothing too jarring. The acceleration wasn't hard at all. Kind of comfortable. I guess we're getting lucky with the lights. We got another green. I do kind of want to showcase it at a red light, stopping and creeping forward to make a right turn, but we haven't seen it yet. Okay, so I would have stayed in the second to right lane because we're gonna have to make a left eventually, but I guess it'll figure it out. Yeah, so immediate signal to the left. Good thing there's no cars behind us. We're gonna merge. One more. See, it weaved in and out just ever so slightly on that one too. So this one is a take chance kind of left turn lane. I would go now. Okay, there you go. I didn't do anything. It recognized it fairly soon. Solid turn. Oh, I spoke too soon. We'll take this turn, and then it'll pull me in front of Best Buy. I'm assuming. I hope so. But it's navigating this parking lot okay. Again, earlier that turn wasn't the smoothest, but okay. I guess it wants to drop me off here. Or maybe it's letting this guy go. I guess that's pretty good. Wow. I got another guy coming. I'm gonna disengage it now because I'm technically here. I just want to park in this lane over here. So it got me to Best Buy. So that was about a 20 or 30 minute drive. Just gonna park right here. Yeah, 28 minutes. 28-minute drive, 16 miles, and we made it. So yeah, 0 disengagements. I only maybe pressed the accelerator once, but other than that, it's been a pretty smooth ride. Coming from Union City to Milpitas to take me to a Best Buy. Overall, a pretty solid run. I'd give that a win. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.